Alright, what's going on everybody? Shellz here, and today we are starting hashtag the rebuild with Tottenham Hotspur, also known as Spurs, team that I think has a really good chance of getting this done in probably 2 or 3 episodes. I think we can do this in 2 or 3 years, to be honest. So we're looking forward to seeing what we do with this, how we progress with this team, and where we take them, because I feel like they're very close to the top, and I think we'll be able to do a good job with them. But let's crack into this anyway. It should be a good one. I did do Arsenal last year, so it'll be only fair if I do their other North London team, of course. That has been Tottenham. So let's crack into this and see where we go. Here are the rebuild challenge rules. Win the Champions League, win your domestic league, sim all games. We can play the Champions League final, it's the only exception in the list. Semi-realistic signings, obviously no signing Kylian Mbappe if you're like, say, like Newcastle. That'd be just stupid. It's not gonna happen unless you've won, the Premier League or the Champions League. Then you can do that. And finally, the final one pre-contract signing every 2 years. Try to limit your pre-contracts down to make sure you don't abuse the system, because I feel like you could literally do a rebuild any team in the world with pre-contracts and get it done super quickly. But anyway, free fair rules might make them tougher if the year goes on. If they're too easy, we'll have to see as we go through the year. So this is the current setup of the Spurs team. They're on a 4-2-3-1. Sort of stick with that. I feel it's a pretty good formation. As you see here, it's a pretty strong team. The two weaknesses I'd say in this team right now, I could have a look at and say, Dyer is definitely a weakness in this. We could definitely, I feel like we could seriously upgrade that position. Now, I want to upgrade the left mid position eventually, but Moussa Dembele will probably have to upgrade him next season. So I'm looking to do that, but I think the right back and left back are good enough. Now, I'm going to give them a season to prove themselves. They have a disastrous year. I'll probably look to move them on. Look at the bench. You got Lucas Moura, who's a good player. Sissoko's not going to do it for me. Lamela. Davison Sanchez, of course, fantastic. Centre back in his own right. But I think we're going to need to update a few things. And the first thing I'm going to look on for the subs bench, backup striker, a backup midfielder would be nice. I think Lucas Moura can cover back of that, but I will be looking to see if we can get another left mid, someone who can eventually take over from Son in the future. So I'm looking very for that. So center mid, left mid, and a backup striker would be my shopping list for year one here. So let's crack into it. Our first transfer of the summer window has come through here as we signed Thiago Alcantara away from Bayern Munich for 56.4 million. A great bit of business there we've managed to accomplish. Signs a 3-year contract, 140k a week. Another player has been linked in real life away from Bayern Munich. He's 86 overall. 27 years old, and just is ideally to put into our midfield. So I'm going to slot him right into the midfield beside Dembele. And he gives us, just a +6 overall there. He's going to be a huge asset to have in the league and in the Champions League. I'm looking forward to seeing him play in this team. Well, the first deal that I don't expect to happen, well, this was interesting. Ben Davies is off to Dortmund for 30.8 million. Yeah, he had a release clause. I didn't realize that, and I just skipped right over it. And unfortunately, Dortmund have pounced, but we're gonna, take one right back from Dortmund. They take one of ours, we'll take one of them, and everything will be good. But anyway, there you see it. Ben Davies off to Dortmund for 30.8 million. Huge signing here as Jadon Sancho returns to England. We have signed the English wonder kid away from Dortmund for 29.2 million. They did sign our, left back, so I decided I'll take their left mid, and that's exactly what we've done with Jadon Sancho, sealing him back. Potential, wow, has potential to be special. Wow, he really has upgraded quite a lot this season. 78 overall now. I think he can go to 82, 83 for the end of the season. Interesting to see, can he push Son for minutes before the end of this career mode? What a signing. I mean, he's going to be an absolute steal for years to come here. Another big time signing here in Maximiliano Gomez, coming from Celta Vigo to us, the 80 overall striker. We got him for 23.8 million, an absolute bargain for a reserve striker. He's going to be a big, off the bench, super sub. That's what his role is going to be, as you see there. Nice looking stats, looks good. The Uruguayan, I think he's going to have a big part to play in this series. Our fourth and probably final signing of this window is Ferland Mendy from Lyon. A fantastic signing here for 6.3 million. The left back, 78 overall. I think he's going to be a fantastic signing in the future. Got to give Danny Rose a bit of trouble next season. I say not this season. I think he's a little bit far back. But again, another great signing to bolster our depth in that backfield. At the end of the summer transfer window, we've made 4 signings and we've sold 3 players on. Thiago, Sancho, Gomez, and Mendy we've all brought in for 125.7 million, and we sold players a total of 45.8 in Davis, Sissoko, and Vorm. Now looking forward, I think we've got a pretty strong squad as you see there. I don't really think there's much we need to tinker with just right now. You know, the question is, do we maybe look to try and move Eriksen from the right mid to the center mid spot? I don't know. I think we're pretty strong. We're in a really strong position here. I think it's going to take me another year. Maybe in January we'll figure out what we need in January, but right now we're pretty strong. I feel pretty confident we can make a good run either in the Champions League or the Premier League this season. Hopefully you tick one of those boxes off now. So our Champions League group for the season is Spurs, Barcelona, PSV, and Inter Milan. Group B, a highly competitive group. It's very close in real life as well. I think Barcelona won, Spurs they win by 1 point. I feel like maybe did they get through on some other technicality, or did they? I can't remember exactly what happened, but it's going to be a close group. I think Inter will give us a real one for money, but I think Barcelona will qualify as one. We should get through this group pretty easily. I'd be disappointed if we don't. I'd be pretty stunned if we don't, to be honest as well. Let's go through and see what we get on here with the Champions League. 3 games into the Champions League group halfway stage. We are firmly in second position here with Spurs. Barcelona on top with 9 points. Inter and PSV at 1 point each, which is ideal for us because it means that we only need to get about, if we get a result against either of them again, I think we're pretty much through then because, if we win the next game, I don't think they can catch us. Wait, no, if they draw the next game, we win, we're through. So it should be too bad. Anyway, we're doing well here. Let's keep pushing. 10 games into the Premier League season here, and we are doing pretty well in 3rd position, but Arsenal unfortunately have got that lead, and that is definitely not something a Spurs fan wants to see. Arsenal on top is their worst nightmare, but there's still 28 games to play, plenty of time to come back. We will come back. I'm pretty convinced we can beat Arsenal and start making our way up the table, but 3rd place now, not too bad. Let's keep going. Hopefully at Christmas we can be higher up, maybe even 1st. Who knows? We'll have to see. But yeah, I think as long as we keep going that trajectory, we should do well. We should finish the league in a strong position. I'm happy with that so far, but work to do. The final standings in the Champions League group, we have successfully qualified in 2nd position, and we're only a point away from qualifying in 1st. I think if we would have won the game against Barca, we drew 2-2 at Nou Camp, so that could have been the difference between getting an easy playoff game and not. But Inter really did not do what I was expecting to. I expected them to do a whole lot better, but obviously they might have lost 2 players. The transfer window, the round of 16, we're facing, Paris Saint-Germain. Interesting. They are going to be a challenge, so that's an interesting one. It should be a good one, but we'll crack into that another time. Well, here's the first Arsenal versus Spurs game of the season here in December, and Mkhitaryan in the 1st minute has scored for Arsenal. That is a huge goal to concede. And 1st minute, you don't want to see that, but 24 minutes in, Danny Rose with the equaliser. That is a huge goal for us here. And we go into half time, tied at 1-1. 60-minute mark has come. Now it's time for some substitutes. 20 to go here. 15. Is there a winner here from either side? 10 to go. 5. No, it's going to remain a draw. That's the first big North London derby. 1-1 in this one. And yeah, nothing can separate the sides. So 20 games into the season and over the halfway stage in the Premier League. We currently sit in 4th. We've gone back a bit, unfortunately. But Arsenal have disappeared completely, which is a great sign for Spurs fans. I'm happy with this. We're only 3 runs off the top. It's not too bad. Liverpool up there, of course. Bournemouth in 2nd is quite incredible for them. But, we've had injuries to Lloris twice now this season, so I'm not too concerned going forward. It's disappointing, but I think we can push forward here. I think we could definitely get the top 4 finish, but can we challenge the title? We're going to have to find out. So I've managed to nick Matthias de Ligt away from Ajax. Man United were big in for this kid, and we have just snuck in, sniped him away from Man United, and we have sealed the deal for Spurs. 82 overall already at just 19 years old. Potential to be special. This kid's just the next thing. 44 million for him. Worth every penny. I'd pay 50 for him. That's how good this kid is going to be. But yes, fantastic signing. Delighted to get this one under the books, and finally a player that can take over for either, actually one Vertonghen and Alderweireld. They're going to retire in probably 2 or 3 years time. He's definitely going to be taking over. A signing for the future, but a great backup for now. End of the winter transfer window here in January, our only buy, and basically the only action we did all window was buy Matthias de Ligt from Ajax for 44 million. I didn't sell anyone, didn't feel like selling anyone, so we're in a good position right now. Just keep pushing forward and see where we can finish the season off. Here it is, the home fixture against Paris Saint-Germain here, the two-leg affair in the Champions League round of 16 here. That team Paris Saint-Germain have is incredible. But Kane in the 14th minute opens up the account, but also gets a yellow card 7 minutes later as we come into half-time here, and we remain 1-0 up. That's exactly where we want to be. We want to keep the 1-0 up and hopefully go to Paris Saint-Germain with that 1-0 lead. 2-0 would be fantastic. But Mbappe gets that a killer away goal in the 79th minute. But Dele Alli in the last minute of regular time gets us one back, and we head to PSG 2-1 up. But remember, they do have that away goal, of course, which is annoying. But it's better than, I take 2-1. It's better than 1-1. The second big North London derby here as Spurs host Arsenal here in the new Tottenham Stadium. Mustafi with the early yellow card, and Dele Alli bangs the back of the net, 21st minute goal. Exactly what the Tottenham fans are looking forward to seeing. Half time, 2-0 up now. Harry Kane, of course, with the 40th goal. He must be on for the Golden Boot this season. But there you see, Mkhitaryan gets the one back, but Kane a minute later answers in return. Arsenal seems to be the Arsenal's Achilles heel this year, is getting up goals after they score. It finishes up 3-1. The fans are delighted. The Tottenham fans are going to party well into the night. Second leg of our huge clash here. We travel to Paris to play Paris Saint-Germain. We are up 2-1, but they do have that key away goal. 0-0, we do go through. Remember, that is an important, this is like huge. Harry Kane with the away goal. It's instantly been cancelled out. They have to score twice now to get it to extra time. We're in the driver's seat here. 25 minutes to go. 20 to go. Complete driver's seat control here. 15. There's no way. They take off Mbappe off. It's over. It's over. They're going to score. We're through. We're going through. We've knocked Paris out of the Champions League here. Wow. What a result there. Harry Kane, 35th minute goal. We go through 3-1 on aggregate. 30 games into the Premier League season, and we are currently in second position, 5 points away from United. We're tied with points actually with Manchester City, who have a game in hand, and Liverpool, who are 2 points behind us. They also have a game in hand. But it is definitely coming into the end of the season. We'll see where we are after 35 games, but hopefully United can slip up some points, and maybe we can sneak the win over them, City or Liverpool, hopefully. But fingers crossed we can pull it out here in the business end of the season. Well, here we are, first leg away to Real Madrid in the quarterfinal of the Champions League. This is it. This is where it counts. Quarterfinal action. Bale misses the penalty, but he follows it up. Probably gets the rebound and scores the goal, and that puts Real Madrid up 1-0 in this one. That's a big miss there, but halftime's come here and we're still down 1-0. Can we get that key away goal? It's so important, those away goals, but it is important not to get them score a second, of course. 10 minutes to go here. 5, and it is going to stay 1-0 to Real Madrid. Here it is, leg 2, the home tie against Real Madrid. Quarterfinal action here in the Champions League, and Trippier picks up a nice early yellow card in the 7th minute, but Harry Kane equalises the aggregate score there at the 16th minute brace. That's exactly what we needed here. It is currently 1-1 on aggregate as we approach half time here. 60 minutes gone, still 1-1. This is heading to extra time here. They were going to Alaba on for Varane. Interesting substitution to make there. Milinkovic Savic for Casemiro. Rashford though gets them the away goal, and that is it all over. Unfortunately, that is the end of our run in the Champions League as Rashford gets them the key away goal and ultimately knocks us out of the Champions League. 35 games played in the Premier League, and it looks like it's Man United's trophy to lose right now. Unfortunately, I think we are definitely out unless a miracle happens and United just completely capitulate. We're not winning this trophy. It just isn't going to happen with 3 games to play, unfortunately. But we did a good run here. We've probably given it just a little too many draws this season. We'll be back next season and we're ready to go again. We didn't win the league. We didn't win the Champions League. But the next best thing available is, of course, the FA Cup. And that is exactly what we're going to try and win here in Wembley. It is Manchester City versus Spurs in 22nd minute. Christian Eriksen with the goal. That's a huge goal to get us off the mark here. And we go into half time with a 1-0 advantage. And then Son 42nd minute makes it 2, but Aguero gets the one back at 53 minutes here. We have 20 minutes to go. This is huge time. 10 to go, 5 to go. It's the FA Cup. It's not the trophy we wanted to win at the start of the season, but it's the next best thing. We'll take it. It's been a good year, but you know, it's not exactly the year we wanted. It's not exactly the year we need for the challenge victory, but we'll take it. We finish as the bridesmaid here in the Premier League. Unfortunately, Manchester United up around the table. 9 wins from their campaign. Fantastic job. Then we finished second due to goal difference with Man City. City finished third. Liverpool finished fourth. Chelsea in the Europa League spot with Arsenal in 6th. So Arsenal, who were leading after 10 games, ultimately just, you know, their season seemed to fall apart for them. So disappointed to finish second. Obviously, I felt like we could do a lot better than United, but they just, you know, they did so much better than us, and now 9-point gaps a lot. We needed too many draws this season. We needed to have like less than 8 draws. Really was what gave us a, you know, a chance to fight for the championship. I think, you know, you need somewhere between 6 to 8 draws, and you need less than 6 losses. So unfortunately, it didn't, you know, quite work out. But we did well this season. There's a lot more to look forward to. I feel like I feel like we're gonna have to make a decision here on the center mid, or whether we go for a right wing. That's really gonna be the choices off season. My preface would be to move Christian Eriksen inside and get a proper like right winger. We'll have to see what happens with that though, but we'll see what happens in the off season. Now I'm not gonna make any moves just yet. I'm gonna think about it for a bit, but let's go check the results and see who won the Champions League, Europa League, and the Carabao Cup. The FA Cup was won by Spurs 2-1 against Manchester City. The Carabao Cup was won by Bournemouth 2-0 over Crystal Palace. Manchester City won the Champions League, beating Real Madrid 2-1 here. So, wow, the team that we lost to, Real Madrid, ended up getting beaten by our rival Manchester City. So, interesting. Europa League was won by Bayer Leverkusen, who beat Besiktas 3-0 in the final. So, to wrap up this episode here of Season 1, a successful season, but also not a successful season. The fact that we didn't really win what we needed to win today, and disappointing. It happens, you know, it's not the best feeling in the world, but we move on. Now, next season, I think what's going to happen ultimately is Eriksen's going to move from the right wing, and he's going to come in here, into this position here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a right wing. That's probably going to be my first priority. Now, my next 3 priorities are a new left back, a new right back, and a backup goalkeeper. Now, the reason I'm backup goalkeeper is Lloris got injured twice this season, and he is going up in age. Is he 33, is he? 32, so he's gonna start declining soon, so I've got to be prepared for that. You know, Alderweireld is 30. I think Vertonghen's 31 then, is he? 32, yikes. So Vertonghen's gonna start to decrease next season. Thankfully we have Sanchez in the wings. The lid, of course, is going to be Alderweireld's replacement in a few years' time, but you know, it's not the best in the world, so we're gonna have to, you know, figure out what we're gonna do here. Ultimately, I'm gonna go for the right wing first, then we're gonna go for the 2, you know, wing backs, and then potentially a backup goalkeeper. That's where I see the team needing improvement. You know, the bench is looking good. You know, would we, you know, rock with Lucas Moura on the wing until Jadon Sancho could take the job? Probably. We get away with that. You know, we've got Wanyama, Eric Dyer. I don't think he's gonna be good enough. I think he's what's his overall, like, or his max potential? 82, 83 maybe. I don't know. Winks is a bit too far back, I feel like, so we just need that. You know, we probably will go for the right wing. Probably go for a big name right winger as well. Somebody who can, you know, change the game for us and hopefully, you know, give us those chances to beat United and maybe to beat a Real Madrid in the Champions League and get us that, you know, victory in the Champions League and that victory in the Premier League that we are looking for. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap this episode up here. Thanks for watching season 1 here of the rebuild with Spurs. It's been successful. You know, it's a good opening stint, not as good as my original. You know, I made, actually, if you're still watching the video, here's a little tidbit. I recorded this originally rebuild series. I recorded all the way back in October. I did with Spurs. I think the moves I made pretty much similar moves this time around. I didn't buy Sancho. That was definitely one I didn't buy. I bought, I think Leon Bailey was one of the big buys I bought, and who else did I buy that was big? I can't remember who the other player I bought was, but as I was kind of, I won the Premier League that season, but I never quite, what's the word I'm looking for? I never quite, you know, edited the video. I kind of just left it on my hard drive. It's still there on my hard drive. I might actually upload this sometime when I get a chance to edit the thing through, but yeah, interesting. It's an interesting. That was much better to start the season, but I felt much better at this. You know, I feel much better at this squad. I feel like we built something much better. You know, we've got You know, the centre backs sorted now. We've got, you know, Sanchez Delit. We've got Sanch take over the left or the right. So we got pretty well thing. Gomez, perfect backup. You know, Lucas Moura can, you know, fill in there when needed. I'm feeling good with this team. So there you see it, anyway, guys. I'm wrapped up here. Hope you guys have a good one. And yeah, Merry Christmas to everyone here as this goes up on Christmas Day. Hope you guys have a good one. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Peace out. Enjoy your day.